If you would like to know how to make this traditional British fruit scone, then you're in the right place. And while you're at it, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Hello and welcome back to Simon's Bacon Isolation Inspiration, where we don't take ourselves too seriously and we have fudging good fun while we bake. Now today we are making a British delicacy, darling. We are making something from the West Country, and that is scones. Or scones. What's the difference? I'll let you know later on. It's time to crack on with the ingredients. So, in this bowl, we have got 500 grams of plain flour. In this bowl, we have got 80 grams of unsalted butter. In this bowl, we have got 150 grams of dried fruit. These are raisins. You can use sultanas, apricots, cherries, whatever you want. I've gone for these because it's all I've got. In this little bowl, we've got 25 grams of baking powder. Seems like a lot, but trust me, we're going to need it. In this bowl, we have got 80 grams of caster sugar. If you ain't got caster, just use granulated or whatever. A splish of vanilla extract. And in the big boy, we have got 3 chicky eggs. And lastly, we have got 250 ml of milk, full fat milk. Now scones or scones require specialist equipment. What's that? A rolling pin and a 7cm cutter. That's it. And now on to the most boring job, lining a baking tin. So get your mum and dad or whoever to do it while you throw all the ingredients in the bowl together. Before we start throwing these ingredients in a bowl together, I'm going to take just a little bit of time just to chop up my raisins. They're a bit big, and if you're using sultanas, don't really worry. Using apricots, they're quite big, so chop them up. This will just help incorporate it into the dough more, so that way you ain't got you've got more raisins all around your scone, not just a few bits here and there. To start with, get your plain flour and whop it into the big boy. Next, get your baking powder and throw that in as well. Give that a little whisk with your little whisking fingers. Next, get your butter and you just want to cube it up into the bowl of flour. Now, the reason why we cubed the butter is because we're going to make breadcrumbs, and it's much easier to make breadcrumbs with it cubed. So, get your hands, get it in the flour and squeeze it all together, rubbing your hands together, get it up high, get all messy. You want to do this until you've got golden breadcrumbs. Now this is what you should have. It just resembles a breadcrumb-like mixture, and that is perfect. Next, with your sugar, pop it in and just rub it together, incorporate it. Now, with your chopped raisins or sultanas or whatever fruit you're using, whop them straight in. Get your hands in there and just mix them through the floury mixture. Now it's time to throw the wet ingredients into here. So make a well in the middle, just like that. Start off with your eggs, 2 eggs. Get them in. Next, with your vanilla extract, just pop a splish in. Splish! And next go in with half of your milk. Don't have to be too accurate, just what you think is half. That's about right. Now, with a spatula, stir it together until it starts to form a dough ball. I'm going to make sure you get right down at the bottom. Now when you get to this stage, it's not quite all coming together. Just pop a little bit more milk in. At the end of the day, you don't want to add all the milk because you can always add more. You can never really take away. So little at a time. Just keep mixing until it forms that dough ball. Now at this point, you may think the spatula's not doing much. Now it's time to get your hands in. Just bring it all together. Making sure you get all the flour from the sides and at the bottom. Now, still got a little bit of flour at the bottom, so I'm just gonna add a splish more. Now, this is a wet mixture, so don't panic. Now, as you can see, I haven't used all my milk. At the end of the day, all flours are different. Some take more milk, some take less. But just eye it, and this is what you're looking for. As you can see, it's come together and it's just like a real sticky dough ball. Now it's time to flour our worktop. You don't want to be going in your flour with mucky hands, so get a spoon and just grab a little bit of flour from the side. Just lightly sprinkle your worktop. Next, turn out this wet mixture onto this flour surface. Just get a little bit of flour and just sprinkle it over the top. Now, you want to bring this together. You don't want to over knead it, so just literally bring it together until it makes a nice dough ball, really. Now, you don't want to add too much flour at this stage because your mixture will go really dry. So it's just, at the moment, it's still really soft. Perfect. Now you've got it into sort of dough ball shape. Flour your rolling pin, just lightly, and just roll it out, ever so gently. You want to roll it out to around about 2.5 centimetres. So that's about right. Next, with your cutter, scoop some flour and just flour your cutter. Now, this is entirely up to you. You can either go the fluted side or you can do the flat side. Me, I'm going to do the flat side. So take it from the edge, one swift motion, cut it out. Go along and do this with over all your dough. Now try and get as many out of the first batch as possible, but don't panic, we're not going to waste any of this. Next, you just want to get your scones, and here's a little tip for you, turn them up the other way. That is the most flattest side and it'll give it a nice rise. Now, with your leftover dough, just scrunch it all back up together and just knead it ever so gently. You only want it to form a ball. I've just popped a little bit of flour on the worktop, again, just because, stop it sticking. Now, with this lot, same again, just roll it out into that 2 centimetre thickness. Now you just want to leave them for a few minutes before we put our nice egg glaze on. In the meantime though, preheat your oven, 220 degrees or gas mark 7. There we go, there's all my scones onto the baking tray. I rolled it probably about 3 times. You don't really want to do more than that because they lose their fluffiness and they'd be like little hockey pucks and just be horrible. With an egg glaze, get your leftover egg and pop it into a cup. I'm using a Harry Potter cup, and yes, I am a Gryffindor. Now, with a fork, give that a jolly good old beating together. Alright my little petit pois, now it's time for the egg glaze. There's your beaten egg, and get a little brush, or you can use your fingers, whatever, who cares. Now, the secret is you don't really want any of your egg to run down the sides. This will stop it rising in the oven, so just be gentle with it. And just literally, just glaze the top. There we go, all egg washed. Now the reason why we egg wash them is like they said in the West Country, it gives them a nice golden crust outside. You've joined me over at the oven. It's time to get these inside. There we go. Now you want to cook these for about 15 minutes or until they're cooked. The timer has just gone off and it's time to get these bad boys out the oven. So get your boxing glove on, Let's get them out. Now have a look at them bad boys. And there we have it, they're cooling down. Now while they're cooling, it's time for you to decide what you like to put in it. Let me know in the comments down below what you like. Me, personally, I like to go traditional. I've got clotted cream and I've got strawberry jam. Now, Devon and Cornwall, they've had wars for centuries over this. What goes on first? Me, I like to go cream then jam.
It's jam then cream.
No, it's cream and jam.
Jam first, easier to spread, then a nice dollop of cream. Lush.
No, it's cream that makes like a buttery base, nice thick, and then the jam is a drizzle on top. Otherwise, it's just, you're just mixing it up. You're just mixing jam and cream together.
Totally disagree with you.
You're a weirdo. Now, while these are still warm, not scalding hot, just nice and warm, it's time to layer them up. Now, apparently, a good scone or scone is one that you can tear apart with your hands. Let's have a look. Look at that. Now I am going to bring peace and prosperity to the West Country, to this household and the world. And yes, I will accept a Nobel Peace Prize for this. Scones come in 2 halves. So I'm going to do 1 cream and jam and 1 jam and cream. It's as easy as that. Now go on with your jam and be generous. No one likes a stingy piece. And then with your cream, a nice generous blob on top. And then you can go the other way. Cream. And then jam. Now it's time for the taste test. That is really good. They are super soft, super fluffy, nice crust, and the jam and the cream. It's a winner. It's a winner with a chicken dinner all day long. Now I better have a taste test of this one with it the wrong way around, or right way around. Who knows? Here we go. Just as I thought. Tastes the same. Exactly the same. Now, you at home wanted to know what the difference was between a scone and a scone. This is a scone. And now it's scone. You get it? Funny, right? Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. If you've enjoyed it and you want to subscribe to me, click my face right here. And while you're at it, click here to see all my other videos. Thank you very much. Right, I'm off down the pub to have a nice bit of scrumpy jack and a nice bit of nice farmer's bread. Oh, Mary loves me farmer's bread.